starts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What do the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They go play action here on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for it after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. But it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. So, CD, you talk about this football team, as some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet, what am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Now he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. What I really enjoyed watching is the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating where he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let it pop it through the face.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now back to throw. He'll find his tight end here in DeGuara.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Watch the safety crease.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 7 yards, the pickup there. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series you have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more of a priority than one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. So right side going to be complete to DeGuara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw again. He completes it to Julio Jones. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
2nd and 10.
He's coming. Check in. We own him.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Off the option, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
I'm coming after you. He's checking. Crash. Shift.
They'll try again with Jones. And they'll take this one for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine with their folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and it hasn't started out 4-10. Here. And the Packers give it nowhere to go to the rain down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, this to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Mike 13.
Looking to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Going up top. This one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This could possibly fall in territory on 1st down. They'll try to run here with Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Here's a yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Back to throw now on first down. Here it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Again, powerful running. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to wait to Jones. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Flush to his right. And it's going to be another first down as they'll give him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
13, right 13. You get Rodney. You get Rodney.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McGraw is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He's going to lock this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Look to throw. Michael pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's taken at the 49. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is on to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
The guy's kick is good. His first half look for the kicker too as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And a full catch signal for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play in this perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Smart and tough, and that line did not let him get downfield.
3rd down, drop to throw. Flushed out one. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to wind up and out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they're going to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to win. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had a punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wind up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out and tell him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First and 10, it's Swift. And he's got this down to the 35. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. They'll drop this one off to Swift. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not. They dropped him from their game.
Pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It got the lead last time, had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Dillon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got it. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Nagar now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after it.
Third down now. These last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. Officially going to be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Lions on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. For 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take a run. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their 1st indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch his left. Watch his left.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. With the left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running football. Yes, it's Packers touchdown. Second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Open man right side of St. Brown. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Recently, I was actually working a game where quarterbacks had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything. It's a single return on downs. The Lions turn away on fourth down. And a turnover on downs.
Watch the pass. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It will be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it up. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incomplete. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Detroit. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
16.
Now back to throw. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Mike 16.
On the ground with a tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. down. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, this is going to be returned from near the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. On the option to give the Swift here. He is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line.
I'm here all day. Out, 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 out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to run.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Julio.
team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to go up top again. He's got him in. Complete. And now the ball's out. Full near midfield. This is scooped up by Lions. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. But St. Anthony has had 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Come on, QB, come on. Like 13, like 13. He's coming, he's coming.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Caught on the inside by Jones. And he'll be taken down